Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our podcast.
Mom and son.
Podcast.
My name is Monika and
I'm Manav, and if this video has just popped up randomly or if you're listening, please do not click out of it.
wait and listen. There is an amazing content coming up your way. This mom and son. Today we are going to talk about the topic of discussion everywhere. The digital and screen time. Is it good or bad, or what is it? So we're going to have some good conversation around that, aren't we, Manav? Yeah. So welcome to our podcast. If you are a regular listener, thank you for coming back again and listening to us. If you are a first time listener, again, thank you so much for your time. Please stay until the end and do us a favor by liking, sharing, and subscribing. So here is our amazing podcast. Manav,
Yes.
I know when we talk about digital and tech, there is a lot of negativity around, right? And that's how we started too. When mom and dad...
Especially for eyes.
Eyes, yeah. Well, the thing what I wanted to ask is just being yourself, okay? I know there is no wrong or right answer. What comes in your mind when we just say digital or screen time? What comes in your mind?
Technology like iPads, TVs, switches, all those modern day digital stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like even stuff from the past, there are digitals, but it was all black and white, like those photos. But just like how the photos evolved with the color, so has the technology evolved.
Yeah. So is it fair to say that we live in technical world, that the world today is full of technologies? Is it fair to say that?
Yeah, basically.
Basically,
it's just a sum of what I said.
Yeah, exactly. And when we were growing up, we did not have screens in our school. It was all paper and pen based. We had one computer class, but it was just one subject, computer subject. But when I see today, you are in year 3 going year 4. You already were working on your tablet from year 2?
From year 2, I was on computers.
Yeah.
But then from year 1, I was on tablets.
So going back to our statement, we do live in a technology world and there is no hiding behind it. There is no way of not using it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can we today talk about some pros and cons? Do you understand what pros and cons is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if pros is good and cons is bad.
Pro is good, cons is bad.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, respectively. So, if I have to ask you, what do you think the pros or good side of technology or screen time would be?
It's very educational because like you can download educational stuff. Because like Google Classroom, it's very educational.
You guys use that in your school too?
Yeah. And so it's very educational, and you can talk, and we have it from home. So and also there's chats, like you can chat in Google Classroom, like on the home page or something like that. And so we can even. It's like sometimes it kind of like if you want to talk to your friend, but your parents don't have their parents' number, and if you have Google Classroom and you're in the same class, you can talk to each other from there, stuff like that.
Yeah. So it is educational. It is good in academic way also, and it is good for relationship and social connections as well. So it is good for your mental health because you are connecting socially. Yeah. Okay, what would the cons be, the bad side of technology or screen?
Well, one thing, technology, what you watch, it could affect your entire life.
What made you say that?
Like your personality.
Yeah, that's a huge statement, Manav. Yeah.
Because when you watch something that's not when you watch something, like for example, if you watch this thing on TikTok, maybe, like there's this viral thing on like a viral TikTok on TikTok, like a dance. You'd keep on doing that dance. And if that dance is from a song, you'd keep on listening to that song and stuff like that. So, and if you did not even like that song, now the tables have turned. You love that song.
So it's fair to say it can be a bit of a distraction in your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
If you do not use it properly, not a bit of a distraction, it can be a huge distraction. Yeah. Especially for younger children. Now, thank you. That was a great point. I appreciate your sharing.
Also, I have another con. If you watch too much technology, your eyes will hurt a lot and you'll need glasses.
You may.
Yeah, which I don't know. It might be very uncomfortable walking with something that for your eyes.
And matter of fact, your dad had glasses because of watching he had computer when he was in year 3 or 4.
And he had a Game Boy too, I think.
Yeah, so good tip. Do not learn that from your daddy, okay?
Okay.
Well, if he is listening to this, daddy, we've shared this to the world.
Sorry.
Okay, moving on. If I can share something as a parent, can I share something as a parent, Manav?
Sure.
Yeah. A bit of a disclaimer. This is no judgment area. We are not perfect family. We're not perfect human being. This topic is not a judgment topic, but we practice to find a good balance on a day-to-day basis. We practice to get the best outcome from the technology world and the real world as well, because the matter of fact is we cannot shy away from using technology because we are in AI world. You understand what AI means, right?
Artificial intelligence.
That's it. So we are in the midst of AI world. So there is no point running away from technology. We have to embrace it, but we have to embrace it in a way that actually benefits us, benefits parents, and benefits children. So again, this topic is not to judge anybody, but bit of if it can be helpful, then we are grateful for that. In our home, we are a big readers, aren't we, Manav?
Of course, a lot. Even Moksh, he's still pretty young and he still loves reading with all of us.
Yeah, we love our hard copy books. Equally, we love our movies, don't we? We love watching TV. the balance we are finding is instead of using iPad and phone, small screens for entertainment, we use bigger screen for entertainment.
And we're further using the TV than with the phone, because we basically have it like probably like 10 centimeters away from our face. We're in the TV probably like a meter or two away.
And instead of being on iPad and phone and being isolated and enclosed in that content or screen, we are utilizing screen time or technology as a part of relationship building at home. We watch movie with brother or daddy or mommy, or we watch as a family. We don't watch TV alone as such. It's part of a relationship building as well, isn't it? Right. So we also use technology to learn. What are the things that you do in your computer, laptop, or your biggest screen as part of learning, like specifically focused on learning and not just entertainment? Can you share that to us?
So, I have my Fun Fox. So, Fun Fox, if you've listened to episode 2, I struggle at writing. So, yeah, and Fun Fox, it helps me. So, I go on my computer to, like, do Fun Fox, and it's actually really fun.
So it's like your tuition.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, it's like your tuition. So that's one thing. There are other things you do too, and I really want you to think about it and share.
And go on to Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, I do stuff we can do at home. I look at, because I do kind of still want to get updated. Like if people say something, I kind of go on. I do like I see what people say. I do typing practice. So yeah.
And you play some brain games.
Yeah. Sometimes I ask you guys, and sometimes I just like to research stuff and look at photos of those stuff that I researched on Google.
Yeah, awesome. You also have some relaxation time where nobody bothers you. That's between the time just after school and the time your brother comes back home.
Yeah.
That is your pure relaxation where you forget about the world and you just watch something to calm yourself down
from that exhausting day of learning.
Yeah, before your evening starts. And that is helpful, isn't it, Manav?
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Yeah. So we use technology to relax as well, right? Do you have any suggestion for your friends who are listening, what to do or what not to do? Something that is coming to them from friend to friend. It's not coming from parents. It's not coming from elder people. It's coming from a friend, an 8-9-year-old to friends who's listening. Do you have any suggestion?
Friends who are listening, even people 9, 10, 8, those ages, a lot of technology isn't good. I mean, sometimes. And also, it's best to watch stuff age appropriate. Because if you don't watch stuff age appropriate, as I said before, it might affect your day-to-day life. So
that's a great suggestion. Yeah. Stick to the content which is age appropriate. That is very important because that affects the personality, which I can see at our place too. I really want to bring this up. Manav and his brother has 6-year-old age gap. We were not. Moksh's brother would watch something that you would watch, right? And then we noticed that that was affecting his behavior, that was affecting his way of communicating. Thank you. So we realized this is not good. So we learn from our mistakes. So we're not perfect, as we said earlier. We're learning and growing and evolving. Then the strategy was Manav would not watch anything
in front of
Moksha that is your age appropriate, right? So when Moksha comes back from his daycare, there is no TV at home. There is a small screen time for Moksha also. It is part of learning and relaxation for him as well. But he is going back to his age appropriate contents. Not Manav's content. So we realized that, and we made some changes, and it's working really well. He's not as aggressive as he used to be. He's calming down.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And also, instead of him watching my content, which is very unage appropriate for him, sometimes I watch his content with him.
And it can be boring.
But sometimes it is just fun to stay with him.
Now, what are the things you do? I know it's a school holiday. Please take us through your day. Throughout the day, what do you do? Do you sit in front of screen whole day, or what do you do? Take us through.
Well, I wake up. Recently, I've been waking up really late after Moksh has just been dropped off.
Well, you are allowed to. School holiday.
But I'm slowly going out of that.
We will.
Yeah. And so I have my breakfast, 1 hour or a few pages of handwriting, writing, maths activities, and I go back to 1 hour TV, right? I do my I do my activity. I also dismantle Legos and I play with them. I build new things. And I also play outside. I do karate. I pretend I'm fighting people. And
sometimes you get bored. You don't know what to do because it's not time for TV yet. So you just sit on sofa and
wait.
And it's good to be boring also sometimes, right? Yeah. I've seen your best creativity with Lego when you are bored and you have nothing to do and you just sit down. You come up with the creative piece of Lego.
Of course.
Yeah.
I always do.
Yeah. So it's good to be bored as well.
And I had this mini Lego build as someone. So like a dragon as a real person. Like a dragon who can transform into a real person. And sometimes I keep on upgrading him with different stuff.
Yeah.
Like instead of actually having claws, I changed to having like actual arms. And like I can put weapons on. Like I can make him put weapons.
And that is far more better than playing games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because with the Lego, you are exercising your brain muscle and your hand muscle, and you are just coming up with a lot of creative ideas. Yeah.
Also like new transformations, this, that, new powers.
So basically, you wake up, you do a little bit of screen time, and there is activity time, and then screen time because your dad and I, we both are working. So instead of you be on screen all day or be bored doing something
I don't really like.
Yeah, all day we divide the day and make it fun. We do screen activity, screen, outdoor activities also sometimes, and screen. So we do it that way.
Yeah.
So that's your holiday, and you are allowed to eat in front of screen on your holidays. That's okay because we want to have some fun during holiday, right? On your normal day, do you get to watch a lot of TV or iPads or?
After school, I usually had 1.5 hours, 2 maybe. But then recently, you put from 4 to 5, but basically 4:30 computer time. So 1 hour of technology time and half an hour of computer time. So I can do whatever I want on the computer.
Yeah. So basically when you come back from school, you have 1 hour of just your wind down, relaxation, just your me time where you just relax and watch TV. And there is a timer. 4 o'clock, the timer goes off. And then that's when you utilize your technology time to invest in your creativity, right? Where you learn how to type, where you learn how to play some good games, where you do some research, and you want to share that you have actually learned how to draw as well while watching the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I would like to highlight that because you never liked drawing or writing earlier, but once we have used technology, that has made a big difference. That's a biggest pro of technology because it has actually helped you do something that you never liked. So instead of just drawing, which your brain does not want to, you put some nice YouTube video on, you see and learn how to draw with the instructions, and you follow those instructions and you draw it on the paper. So you have utilized the technology. So you do these things in your constructive, creative technology time. Yeah? It's fun, yeah? Yeah.
So
there was something in your mind,
So even now I don't really like to draw, but sometimes my brain's like, boop, draw, boop, draw. I kind of like to draw, but I don't draw a lot. Only sometimes.
You've started to like to draw.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me, Manav? Something that you might want to ask when I was your age, what did I do? Or something, I don't know.
What technology did you have? Did you just have TVs or did you have extra stuff like the Game Boy and computers like Daddy had?
I did not have computers like Daddy had. Daddy was lucky, actually.
I think I remember you living on a farmland.
Yeah, we were farmers. So we had TV. We had those tape recorder. Do you remember we showed you in one of the museum?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there would be a tape. We would put the tape inside and play the music.
Yeah.
Boom, I don't know.
I think it's called a boombox.
Is it? And I had brick game. So I don't know how to explain. It was a game.
What's a brick game?
You would press the buttons.
Yeah.
And something will pop on the screen and you would play the game, really. It was a game. So I had that. We used to do a lot of outdoor plays, Manav.
Yeah.
And it's sad that today back home also kids do not actually do a lot of outdoor plays. It's not only here, even back home, Nepal, kids are inside watching TV or on the screen or in the computer. So that's what I meant. The world, we can't run away from technology. So we have to find a solution or way how to embrace it and use it in our favor. I believe in that. So going back to me, we used to do a lot of outside play. We used to run. I used to play cricket with my brothers. Can you believe it or not?
You mean your brother and your sister?
Only brothers. I used to be the only girl.
Oh.
I used to play with boys.
Oh, okay.
With my cousins, I mean. So, we used to do a lot of runnings and cycling and kicking balls.
It must have been really fun because...
It was fun.
I remember when we went to your house, because when we went to Nepal, we went to your house and Daddy's house.
Yeah.
And you had like this really big field. So there would be like the farming and stuff. But with that, you would still have a lot of field to play on.
We did. So 90% of my time would be outside. 10% we were only allowed to watch TV certain time. My mom was very strict with digital back then also, thanks to her. And we had those games, small thingies, yeah. And I used to paint and color. So I used to love that.
I thought you started coloring like in more advanced times, like now when you came to Australia.
No,
I was surprised with the paintings, but sometimes I think she colored when she was a kid.
I did color when I was a kid. I had a lovely pencil and coloring set. I used to draw as well. I have lost that. I need to get back to that. Thank you for reminding. Yeah, but I used to do that. Yeah, I love sharing about myself. Thank you, Manav. Yeah, on that note, we can wrap up this wonderful podcast.
Of episode 7.
Yeah, you want to say something?
Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, as Mommy said from the start. And it would help us a lot. And what platforms are we on?
We're on YouTube, Amazon, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. So just drop a message wherever you're listening from. We would love to know where you're listening from. And also if you have any topic that you would like us to cover, we are more than happy to explore and talk about it. So on that note, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.